2 more seconds and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Let's go! Holy smokes! Woo! Wow, that's amazing. Welcome everyone. Now we're driving for the very first time the Mercedes EQS, the all-electric S-Class, and we're going to find out how much does it differ from the normal combustion engine S-Class, and also how does it differ in driving from one of the other EV competitors. And yeah, since it's a very powerful one, I'll go to the sports mode here, and we also have a special sound experience, so we have some kind of sound feedback here. Let's see in the acceleration. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I also got Fabian from the development team with me. Like, how much weight did we just move?
How much weight? It's including us. I would suppose it's 2.5 tons.
Yeah, that felt like nothing. I mean, with the big battery, 108 kilowatt hours, it's really heavy. Oh, by the way, now it's braking by itself because of the roundabout coming up. So that's one of the features here. Straight, right? Yeah. Very interesting, this intelligent driving assistant. So it also reduces the speed then, not only to traffic signs, but also in front of roundabouts and so on. And also the recuperation is working that way. I'm at the moment in the D-Auto mode, and that means when the car's in front of me, there's recuperation happening, the car's decelerating, but when I lift the throttle just here, when there's free road, then the car's just rolling and not using any more energy. That's of course the most efficient approach. You can also change it here at the steering wheel with the shifting pedals, which are then not shifting pedals but recuperation pedals. Here to a stronger one, I lift my foot off the throttle and then there's stronger recuperation, or I go in the other direction and then there's no recuperation at all. Known from the Mercedes S-Class is the augmented reality head-up display, so I always see these arrows in the line of sight. They are really helpful, so I can concentrate on the road and also on the head-up display and don't have to look at that huge hyperscreen, because that can be distracting at times. I can, by the way, also change the sound experience. Overall, we really have to say it's more a subtle sound experience. The Audi e-tron GT, which we've driven, or the Porsche Taycan, when you activate the electric sound mode there, it's really like a spaceship sound. Here you can pick silver waves, vivid flux, or roaring pulse. The roaring pulse would be the sportiest atmosphere, but even if you are in this sportiest atmosphere, it's really more subtle, more on an S-Class driver experience. You don't want to arouse too much attention also. And that's of course also a good question for you. So when you were developing this vehicle, were you told to say like, just develop an electric S-Class with the same values, or start from scratch and develop, let's say, a luxury experience electrified, or what was the goal?
That's a pretty good summary of what we wanted to have.
We didn't rehearse before.
No, absolutely not. This is our turn right here. This is our electric interpretation of an S-Class. It's an S interpretation, and we were very, very glad to be able to... Straight. Yeah, that's sort of mistaken. We were able to design that car from scratch, and we have a very different styling approach, and we were able to really, from scratch, define a specific EV architecture. So what you're seeing here is not an S-Class with a battery and electric motors in it. What you see more is...
I had to go for this one. I literally had to say that. Yeah, and sorry, I interrupted you.
No problem.
You like the
we couldn't go any other way.
Yeah, so you started from scratch.
Yeah, and it's a new platform that we designed here, our so-called EVA 2 platform, which is really a dedicated EV platform. It's scalable in terms of battery, sizes and how to have the distance between the wheels, so we can have different cars. The EQS is the first of its kind. There is more to come, and this specific and from scratch approach really helped us to get the best out of the electric first idea.
Oh, I'm not laughing about what you said. This is really interesting. I can't really concentrate. And like, hey, guys, you really have to see that, like that scenery. Like behind us, there's like 50 cars stacking up now. They're all waiting for the to go away. But the good thing is really, I mean, this is like building up so much tension here now. And when this one is gone, we'll accelerate the hell out of the EQS. Exactly. I can promise that to you. So this one here being the 520 horsepower version, all-wheel drive, still but with a rear-wheel bias, strong electric rear motor. Yeah. Any acceleration figures for us yet?
We will go for 4.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour.
Whoa.
I mean, we have a torque of 828 Newton meters, and somewhere you actually have to feel that and see that in figures. So it's really dynamic. One question at the side: do you smell the shit?
No, actually not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's then the effect of the HEPA filter, right?
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah.
We are having a filter volume of approximately 10 liters in that car, the largest HEPA filter ever in a car. It's not only to reduce particles, which we see here in front of us.
It's like the perfect test for the HEPA filter of the EQS. I mean, we literally have flying shit in front of us.
And imagine how the guys behind us feel or smell right now.
Everyone behind is like, oh my God, come on, stop, really?
Exactly.
We're like, I mean, the air really smells like just neutral, fresh, everything is fine. So
we have 600 grams of active coal to really neutralize smells, besides the particles that I just mentioned.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
everyone brace yourself. And 2 more seconds, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Let's go. Holy smokes. Woo! Wow, that's amazing. And I mean, at the same time, I mean, where is everyone?
Behind the shit.
No one to be seen. They're like, it's like we're alone on the road. Wow, and I really have to say, on the one hand, like comfort-wise, it feels like the combustion engine S-Class. Like suspension-wise and how you like kind of floating on the road with the air suspension. On the other hand, you have this roofline that goes a little bit further down, and you have the sportier driving experience because of the low center of gravity with the battery pack. Yeah. It feels a little bit more like the S-Class Coupe used to feel, like also with the, leaning inside the corner. So to me, like, when I was driving as a passenger, I was like, it's more like a normal S-Class experience, but now driving it, I feel that it's definitely more engaging, sporty to drive than normal S-Class is. So I really have to say, just from the driver's experience, I would immediately go for the EQS, because right now, straight. Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't have any compromise on comfort. At the same time, it just feels so much more engaging to drive. And really, I mean, it feels like a smaller vehicle when you drive the S-Class, especially the one with the longer wheelbase. You have great comfort and so on, but you feel you are moving a big and heavy car. This car is even heavier, but it feels smaller and more agile. Of course, also with the rear axis steering and so on. But the normal S-Class also has that. But this one here, like a phenomenal driving experience. Here also, when you go left and right, you feel the effect then of the rear axis steering. So wow. We're in the comfort seats here, by the way. There are also sport seats available, so they are here a little bit more plush. The sport seat would hold us a little bit tighter, and also with a microfiber seating surface. But so far, they also serve both purposes, definitely. And really didn't have that for a long time, that we were driving such a big and heavy vehicle. But at the same time, it tells me, hey Thomas, why don't you go in the next slalom? This is really a lot of driving fun. So that's probably the thing I'm most impressed with. And we know Mercedes, especially their non-AMG models, that they always stand for a lot of comfort. but they're not most famous for so much driving agility when you not go for the AMG versions. But this one here definitely does both, and that's probably, to me, also one of the most impressive experiences. Here are also beautiful corners here. You see here the steering. You don't have to steer that much. I feel it's a little bit more progressive than in the S-Class. Is it, or is it the same steering ratio?
It's the steering ratio is a little bit different. Now we have to turn left here. The steering wheel is the same. The steering ratio is a little bit adapted to the EQS.
But maybe it's also like the thing together with the center of gravity of the car also, because
sure.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, it just, even steering wise, feels just a little bit more engaging.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Now again, a little subtle sound there, but I'm not really sure how we can pick it up on camera. But it's really not too extreme, that sound experience you have. If we switch here, by the way, to the silver waves, let's see. It's more like a high frequency sound.
Yeah.
And also when I go to the reverberation, let's see the vivid flux. That's even a little bit louder than the roaring pulse, right?
It's different. It's simply different, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe that's the most fancy sound experience also for the day. Yeah, I mean, that has been a really interesting ride. So thanks so much for the opportunity. And of course, it won't be that long for us until we go with the full review here of the S-Class. Sorry, EQS, electric S-Class. Yeah, mixing it up totally. But that's also the thing, you can, actually mistake it for that. But as soon as you hit the throttle, this is then unmistakably the EQS.